high definition. The Fox 19 Morning News.
Also, high school just ended for some, but your kids need to start thinking about their first semester of college. Things that'll make it easier. Coming up next.
Many high school seniors will be graduating soon, and I'm sure many parents are wondering how they can prepare their kids for college this fall. So author of Porter Principles, David Porter, is in studio this morning to tell us how you can prepare your soon-to-be freshman for college life. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So right off the bat, David, I think as a parent, your biggest concerns are, is my child going to be lonely, and are they going to be able to take care of themselves, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I kind of look at it the 3 S's: safety, studies, and social. And I think it's important when parents and students and young people look at colleges, they not only look at the academics and the reputation of the school, but also look at the social spaces on campus. Are there safe, wholesome spaces that are really open possibly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? So when your son or daughter has the time late at night, and they're kind of in their room and they want to either study or hang out, is there a place to go on campus to do that, or are they kind of relegated to their room or having to venture off campus? And none of us want our kids venturing off campus at that time of the night.
Okay, so basically it's important for them to establish social spaces, I think is what you called it, right? Like they need to find places to go to be able to interact, right?
Right, and I think first the university has to provide those spaces.
Yeah.
So look at things like student unions, look at recreation centers, look at libraries, look at even dining halls and dining commons. In my profession as a dining consultant, a social architect, we develop dining commons that are really dining learning commons, 24/7. So students actually have a place to dine, socialize, collaborate, study on campus in a safe, wholesome environment.
We have this graphic up right now. It says join clubs, attend social gatherings, eat in the dining hall. So you kind of talked about the first two a little bit. Eating in the dining hall. I remember when I was back in college, I mean, that was like the big deal. That's where you met people. It was always packed with kids. You know what I mean? Talk about how important that is.
Well, it's central. I mean, there is nothing more powerful, I think, in any of our lives socially than to eat together, dine together, whether it's home, whether it's going out on a date, whether it's a convention or a conference. I mean, food is really kind of the catalyst that brings together the social connectivity, and that is the most powerful day-to-day opportunity to come together. And it's important when you check out a university to do something as simple as look at the hours of operation. There are still many colleges and universities where their dining commons close at 8 o'clock at night, 7:30 at night, and aren't open or very, very limited on the weekends. And what's a student to do? Okay,
so tell me, how do you talk about this with your kids? I mean, I feel like if my parents were like, okay, Jackie, you need to go out and socialize, you need to join clubs, you need to do this, I'd kind of be like, let me do what I want to, Mom, or you know what I mean? So how do you talk about this with your kids?
Well, it's a great question. Last night I talked about it with my 15-year-old daughter.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I said, Sabrina, so how late do you stay up right now? She goes, oh, maybe till midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. She's 15 years old.
Yeah.
I said, so when you go away to college, are you going to start to go to bed earlier? Are you going to shut the light off at 11? She goes, of course not. I said, well, if it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you're in your room and you want to either get something to eat or hang out with your friends, are you just going to stay in your room, or are you going to want to meet people and kind of venture out? She goes, well, I'm going to go out. And I said, well, what if there's no place available on campus? She goes, well, I'm going to go off campus.
Yeah.
But she said, I would much rather stay on campus. That is her first choice.
Okay.
Whether it's social, dining, or studying, the first choice for the majority of students is to stay on campus.
Okay, all right. And then really quickly, the Porter Principles, that is your book, and you can get that at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, right?
And my website, pkcdavid.com as well. We talk about a lot of the universities as well as the whole process behind the Porter Principles.
All right, thanks so much. We'll be right back.